Listen, bro. I remember saying, I'm keeping this car forever. I thought I was lying, bro. But we just dumped 10 grand into this bad boy, bro. Good old Impreza, bro. Look who's next to me, what the heck? We got a BRZ Mustang, bro. What the heck? Got a fully brand new engine in this bad boy, bro. Bro. To be honest, it doesn't look very different, which is probably a good thing. I mean, it looks the same as my old one, just a little bit cleaner. Minus about 120,000 miles on it. And they gave me a new oil filter. I think they did an oil change on it. New battery I put in before the engine change. And they put new hoses on here. Look at this. Still got the sticker on. And they gave me a new pulley. Look at that, bro. Fresh looking, beautiful tensioner. And this is new. Look at that. Looking clean, bro. Clean as a bean. Yeah, bro. Like I said, I was making a vlog when I went to Alabama last summer. And what I said the day I got back from that vlog, when I was closing it, I got back to my car and I said, I missed this car so bad, like more than anything that I missed the entire time I was gone in Alabama. More than the people that I missed, more than anything, I missed my Subaru. And it sounds stupid to say, but I was genuinely telling the truth. I missed my Subaru more than anything on that entire trip. And when I got back, I said, I don't care what it takes. I am running this thing into the ground. I am going to keep this Subaru as long as I can. And I was saying that in the time out of just like impulsively, like, you know what I mean? I didn't think I was going to actually keep my word. But here we are, about $18,000 into this car, purchase and all, with a new engine in it. And I'm still here, bro. And I'm hoping to get like 10 years out of this car at least after putting a new engine in it. Hopefully that's the way this goes. I love this car, bro. My Subi, listen, the amount of times that I kissed this wheel is concerning. And I don't know why I admitted to that. I mean, bro, they just have a very kissable emblem here. I have a great relationship with my car. In fact, my relationship with my car is better than my relationship with anybody else. So honestly, I'm glad that I kept this. Okay, what are you looking at me for, bro? BRZ and Mustang are trying to tell me I made the wrong decision, bro. Nah, I love my Subaru, everything about it, okay? Especially that one dent that's been there in the windshield since I bought it, right? Listen, it has its flaws, but it's worth it. And I'm glad I'm finally getting it back after them working on it for like 3 weeks, right? Because I have my Calvin Klein polo in here. Plus, I have my fleece in here. I have my leather jacket in here. I had another jacket in here that I barely ever wear. I had on my Sweet Tea. Hold on. I had on my Sweet Reaper Liquid Death back there. Look, bro. I have my crackhead beanie in here and my gloves. Like, bro, they even left my trash in here. I thought they were going to clean that out. And I got a bunch of cash and quarters in here that they didn't steal. I'm surprised they didn't steal my money. I mean, look at this beautiful shining day as I'm picking up my car. Right? Finally, a happy sunny day. It hasn't been sunny in so long, bro. All right, let's start this bad boy. Haven't started this in about a month. So, new engine, first time being started. Probably not the first, but let's hear it. Oh, shoot. All right, let's do this, bro. Oh my goodness. I have never started it and it sounded that good. That was the most immediate. When I tell you my car usually takes like a good 10 seconds to start, they fixed it, bro. I mean, I was expecting it to be better, but like, that's crazy. I didn't realize how bad my engine was until I got a new one. And my odometer still says 155K, but my engine realistically is like 40K. So we're gonna get a lot of good use out of this engine. I'm planning to travel the US in this car, bro. What, you're saying I can't do that in an Impreza sedan? Stop being a hater, bro. Listen, I made this promise to keep this car and I didn't even think I was gonna keep it. But then I was standing there in the auto shop and they're like, all right, it's gonna be like about 10K, give or take, just for the new engine and all the labor costs and to put some new belts and hoses and stuff on there. And I was like, you know what? That is all of my money. I have like 3 or 4K left over after that repair. That's everything I've saved for the past like 2 years. And I just said, you know what? I don't even care. It's just money. And the most reliable option I feel like I can do here is to fix this one instead of going and getting a new one. And how much does this speak into real life relationships, bro? Can I get an amen, bro? Fix the one you have instead of going out and trying to buy a new one. How much does this speak into real life relationships, bro? Into divorces. How often do we see divorces? Everybody on this planet knows somebody, well, everybody, at least in the US, knows someone who has been in a divorce, knows multiple people who have divorced parents, and has seen how that has negatively affected them their entire life, right? When your parents get divorced and you're 10, 12 years old, that ruins your development. Having separated parents, that ruins your concept of love and relationship. And I didn't mean to get philosophical on y'all, but this speaks so clearly into my life as a lesson when I'm in a season where I'm pursuing relationship and understanding what is the purpose of relationship and what are true relationships like. What is true love about? True love is sacrificing everything I've worked for the past 2 years so I can pour into what I already have instead of going out and trying to get something new. And in my relationships, in my life, and down the road, that is the way I should act. That is the way that I should treat it. I'm pouring in, sacrificing everything I have for this instead of going for something else. Listen, sometimes the grass is greener. I'm not going to discount that. But I think we focus on that green grass way too much, right? We focus on that fence way too much. And we're looking at the fence and we're like, oh, I wonder what's on the other side. Stop wondering, bro. You got your yard right here, water it, bro. You got your garden right here, plant some stuff, bro. Stop focusing on other people's yards. Stop looking at the fence and saying, oh, what's on the other side? There's a fence there for a reason. There's a wall there for a reason. Stop leaving what you have right now. I am promising you guys right now, I am taking this Subi on adventures. I am taking this thing through state to state to state, bro. We're going across this country in this bad boy. See those back seats back there? They're getting taken out. We're putting a damn bed in there, bro. Here's me contemplating if this is actually possible or not. And listen, ideal scenario, I have a wife by then, but if not, right, it's kind of hard to take a wife on you on a road trip across the U.S. On a whim like that. So if not, passenger seat's taken out too, okay? We're putting like a stove here or something. A fridge, right? We're gonna replace my would-be wife with a fridge, right? We got a mini fridge right here and a stove. Listen, if y'all don't see the vision, you're just haters, okay? I'm never selling this car. I feel like the transmission could blow up and that would screw me. But I don't think God is gonna curse me that bad. I mean, I already spent everything I have. So if a transmission goes bad, I just have to quit my job because I can't get to work. Because I won't be able to afford to fix my car or buy a new one. So if the transmission goes bad soon, I'm genuinely just screwed, okay? So hopefully that doesn't go bad. So hopefully nothing's wrong with the transmission. I think they said it's probably fine, but I gotta start using premium gas. But I'm not gonna treat this car like I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna kit it out. I'm gonna make it beautiful just the way I want it, okay? I haven't customized one thing on my car, like at all. But I do truly love it. And so for that reason, I'm gonna pour some money into it, right? Not because I have to, but because I want to, right? I feel like after making this decision of pouring in this much money because I had to, now it makes me think, okay, well, maybe I should do that just because I want to as well. How much does this relate to real life relationships, bro? Look, I know this is a weird analogy. I love my car so much. But how much does this relate to real life relationships with other people? How often do we treat relationships like, oh, we're just keeping this until it's not good for us anymore, then we're gonna sell it. We're gonna put it on the used market and we're gonna buy a new one.
How often do we treat relationships like that? So many people treat relationships like that. The entire society is based around relationships being seen like that. The entire hip hop culture, all the songs are about that. And because of that, we miss out on so much. You miss out on what those Miata owners and Ford Fiesta owners and other JDM owners and Ricer owners, you miss out on what they have in customizing their car and making it just the way they like it and truly pouring in to that car as a project. They are putting their love and time and effort into this car as a long-term thing. And can we just do that with our relationships? Right? You miss out on that. When you are treating a car like you're using it until it's used up and then you're going to sell it and trying to keep the best value for when I'm going to sell it. Do we do that in relationships? I feel like we do. I feel like we do that in relationships. We don't pour everything. We're not honest about everything because there's certain things we're keeping back. Because it's like, well, if they don't accept this, then I can't like let them know that, right? Because if you put everything on the table, right, they have a lot more to say, oh, I reject you for this. Oh, I don't accept this. And so we're insecure and we're like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep all of this, right? Treating them like they're a car that you're going to use until it's used up. But when we're not giving everything that we have into that relationship, when we're not truly loving them and pouring into them with everything that we have, you're missing out on so much joy and trust that could be there in that relationship. And you see that with these Miata owners at the car meets, and they got giant wing on the back, underglow kit. They got a like side skirts around the thing, the splitter. They got the Katana gear shifter, the aftermarket wheel that comes out, the Sparco wheel. They got like all aftermarket interior, new leather and everything. And it's like, it's fire. It's a piece of art. And it's like, wow, you really love this car. But it's like, if the engine broke tomorrow, what do you think they're gonna do? Throw it in the trash? No, they love this car. So even if it breaks down, even if there's problems, like in your relationship, they're gonna leave it in the garage, okay, until they can get an engine for it, right? So with these relationships, there may be a problem and maybe you can't solve it right now, but you are going to leave that in the garage until you can fix it. So you're constantly pursuing fixing this relationship. You're constantly pursuing fixing this car. It's not like it's sitting in the garage and you're like, oh, I'll get to it one day. I'll get to it one day. I'll get to it one day. It can get into situations like that. But if you truly love this car, if you truly love this person in this relationship, you are going to work out the problem as soon as you possibly can. And so with these cars that we love, we're going to work out the problem as soon as we possibly can. Not because we have to, but because we want to. So in the same way in relationship, when there's a problem in the relationship, you try to solve it as soon as you possibly can, even if that takes time, right? You can be patient for it, but take time and pour into it with everything that you have. And eventually one day you'll be able to restore that and you'll be glad that you did, right? You'll be glad for all the effort that you put in because it gives you a new purpose. I am so glad to be reunited with my car, and it truly feels like a restoration of relationship. It feels like my heart was genuinely broken when my car was broken, right? So remember this message, right? Remember this analogy if it helps you. When somebody is broken, that's okay. If you're broken, that's okay. It takes time for that brokenness to be restored, but it's worth it in the end. It's worth the restoration because it's a long-term commitment. This is for the long haul. You're not doing this until it's used up and then you're selling it and then you're moving out. You're trying to get something new. You're in this for the long term. So remember that, bro. In your relationships in life, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendships as well. Don't give up on people when they have problems. Show them true love like God has loved us. Can I get an amen, bro? Amen in the chat, bro. Yeah. It's a great day. Glad to be reunited with my car. Got some things to do in town, and then I'm gonna head home. And then I got more to do. So I'm coming back to town. Yippee! But yeah, Either way, it's a great day because I'm reunited with my car and it all went well. And yes, it was a lot of money, but money is just money, bro. Y'all have a good one. Peace. I'm also noticing now driving it, it has way more like torque and acceleration. The gas pedal feels way more firm and stiff. Like it used to feel really loose. Now it's like very firm, and just pressing on it lightly goes so much further. Yeah, they definitely tightened the ignition cable or something, cause like it's like nothing, and then when it finally goes, it's like crazy acceleration. Like I feel like I'm driving a Bugatti or something right now. Like, well, I don't know why it's accelerating so fast. Like I'm driving it the way I used to drive it, and it's like way too fast. So I mean, maybe it's just the new engine. Maybe this is how it's supposed to feel, and I was just confused the whole time driving a terrible engine. I don't know, but it feels faster than it should be.